February 20th. Gonna go find out how Minnie and Elsie did. See if Elsie's still alive. She should be. Hopefully Minnie didn't kill her during the night. Hopefully Minnie's doing okay. First time heifer, anything can happen. We're gonna get Minnie into the stanchion and milk her today. She needs to be milked. Those back quarters are so huge. She still has her afterbirth. Hey baby. Hi little Elsie. Hi pretty girl. Hi sweetie. Hi little one. Hi. You got pooped on. Like big time. You pooping on your baby? Alright, we need to milk Minnie. She needs it. I'm going to give, or Lori's going to give Elsie a little bit more colostrum. Elsie looks good. She really looks like she tolerated last night very well. It's supposed to be 5 degrees tonight, so we need to make sure we pump her full of fluids, keep her warm. I'm going to give these cows a little bit of a treat though. I've got some really good alfalfa hay, third cutting alfalfa hay, coming this afternoon. So I'm looking forward to that. And then we can give that to Minnie. And that would be way better for her than these pellets. Valentine will actually choke on these pellets. I'm not sure why none of my other cows have ever done that before, but she does. So I'm a little hesitant to use them. But Minnie seems to do just fine. I also bought some horse tribute growth, and it's for lactating mares and mares, horses. I don't use a lot because it's super expensive, but there's nothing in the ingredients that Minnie can't have, and it's full of minerals and vitamins for her to just help support her body as her body's going through this shock.
Longer I've waited, the more that I've tried. All the years that I've wasted trying to find it. All that I go through for my peace of mind. Let it all go out the window, no smoke in my eyes. I can hear the wind chiming. It's always been you in the back of my mind. Early blue morning, when everything's cold, I see you running, all covered in gold. There's nothing else that eases my soul. I let it all go out the window.
Snow in the boots.
Why don't we just go walk here barefoot? There's no difference.
A lot of wind. So Minnie has a retained placenta, and the placenta, that just means that the placenta has not come all the way out. It's hanging out of her, but it's starting to stink really bad. And whatever is inside of her is also rotting. There may not be very much. It may be just a couple of inches left inside of her. the rotting and, you know, all of that infected retained placenta is known as metritis. Lots of wind, but it's between 30 and 40 degrees, so I can't complain. Biggest thing is that we don't want to pull on the placenta because, you know, that can damage the delicate uterine linings, and I want her to have more babies, so I don't want to damage that. So our vet is coming out to give her an antibiotic shot this afternoon, and then just basically check over the baby. Yeah, it's in here. I got the cat food. So, and then he's also going to put her through a miniature heat cycle this coming weekend, so that her uterus will basically completely cleanse itself of everything left in it, in a somewhat natural way. And then, so we just have to make sure our bull is nowhere near her. So we gotta lock them out into pasture for 3 or 4 days until her heat is done. He's a good boy, but he is a bull, and if a cow goes into heat, even a little heat, he's gonna get excited, and an excited bull is a dangerous bull. So we just want to make sure that everybody's kept safe that way. I'll try to do some video when the vet gets here, but most of the time vets don't really want to be on video because there's that client confidentiality and, you know, stuff like that. So we want to just respect everybody's confidentiality. Hi Gus, how you doing, sweetie?
Watch out.
The other thing that we got to do with Minnie is make sure that we start training her for the milking machine because her teats are so small. We managed to get her really well cleaned up yesterday, but now we've got to get her used to being machine milked. So I've got an old Surge milker, and comes complete with this contraption here. And I can show you this is the hanging belt. So this just, you know, the strap goes over the back of the cow, and the metal wire there hangs off of her belly, and the milker will hang off of the wire. So no, the metal does not touch the cow. It's actually quite comfortable. It's soft. It's really, it'll be good for Minnie. And then my boys just fixed my stanchion up. Check this out. Look at that. You see that lamb's wool there? Isn't that pretty?
What?
So,
What did they do?
they put this added piece on because just with this, it was too wide. It was too wide for Minnie's head. She was still able to pull her head in. So that meant that we ended up sliding this piece in so tight that then it was very uncomfortable for her. So they added a 2x2 here, and just to bring it in just a little bit, and then they added some lamb's wool. And we get this from the paint section of Home Depot, and then they just stapled that in, or actually it looks like they nailed that in.
Screwed it in.
And it's just something fuzzy and comfortable for Minnie to have against her neck. I would still like to have them add a few more, but it's a whole lot more comfortable for her. And it'll be good for all of our cows too. So this will be a good situation. We measured out Elsie, and at her hook she is 25.5 inches. So officially she is not a miniature heifer. A miniature heifer at birth would be 22 inches or less. She is 25.5. So she's not going to be... I hear you, Mama. Good heavens.
That's Buck. That's Buck.
No, that's Mama. I know Mamas. Yeah. She's not officially a miniature heifer, but she's going to be smaller. Both of her parents are smaller. So when we get Minnie up here on the stanchion, we're also going to measure Minnie from the hook down to the floor. I hear you, girl. Oh, good heavens. You are just such a spoiled girl. Yes, you are. And I love you so much, baby.
That is
Okay, so this is what a retained placenta looks like. Now, she's got a beautiful udder. but you can kind of see what's dragging on the floor. That's not her tail. You see that? It needs to be dealt with and taken care of for her sake. But we got her all washed up, and she's doing great now. So let's get her milked out. Those back teats are really hard to milk out because they're so teeny tiny, which is normal for a heifer, and hopefully Elsie will help lengthen them out by pulling on them a bunch. But what I'm looking to see is right now on her udder, I don't know how well you can see that, but her udder should have a cleft in the center of it, separating the two quarters. And last night when we milked her, it did. But this morning it's all swollen again. And that doesn't mean mastitis, that just simply means that she's full of milk. We need to empty her. Elsie has been favoring the side on Minnie's right side, the front teat on the right side. So I do milk out the front side on the left side for now. Alright, let's go ahead and get started on this.
Kind of windy today, huh?
It is. Minnie is doing extremely well. She's also not a miniature Jersey. Or if she is, she's considered the top of the allowable miniature Jerseys. She's 48 inches at the hook, which is where they measure. So she's a standard small Jersey. So I'm very happy about that. So we got probably close to a gallon of milk and colostrum from Minnie. So I'm going to label this 72 hours colostrum. That way.
I have got to go.
Alright, grab the, here, dump this and the silver bucket, and that's it.
Well, I need to check my chickens, remember?
You can do that after your lesson. It'll be alright. They're not going to die within the next half hour. I'm going to label the milk 72-hour colostrum and freeze it so that in the event that one of our future calves has a problem or the mother doesn't make it or whatever, I will have 24-hour colostrum, 48-hour colostrum, and 72-hour colostrum so that whatever baby needs the colostrum, I can give them super fresh stuff and then gradually working it into milk. And she's going to be such a high producer, there's no way Elsie can keep up with all of that. So, yeah, I mean, that was primarily from the back teats. And, I mean, we still could have gotten a lot more. But the biggest thing is that we want to reduce the pressure that she's dealing with from her back quarters because she's got so much pressure. She's got such a huge udder. A lot of that is edema, and that will go down, and I am starting to see it go down a bit. But it's still really important to just keep her comfortable. Melody put some clove, it's Dr. Naylor udder balm on the teat that Elsie's been nursing from because she's managed to put a deep cut on that teat. We're not milking that teat right now, but to encourage Elsie to go elsewhere, she put this udder balm on her. It's got a strong clove smell. It's very healing and soothing for Minnie. Hopefully distasteful to Elsie, causing her to go look someplace else for getting milk. Hopefully one of the back teats and just drain her out. We really want to keep this Minnie's udder in really good shape. So Minnie is 48 inches to the hook. She's not a miniature. And, but she's a small mid-size. She's perfect for us. We love her. And then that means that Daisy is going to be a larger mid-size, small standard. So probably closer to standard size. eventually I would like to get miniatures, but you know, I'm very, very happy with the herd that I've got. Very happy with them. Time to go inside, put this milk in the freezer, and get ready with the next thing on my list of things to do. The vet's going to be here this afternoon, and we will talk about what's going on there. And I think I'm going to roll over my Italian week to this week, and we're just going to get into a routine of milking Minnie twice a day for now. Eventually, Elsie's demands will increase, and Minnie will reduce how much she's producing. We just have to find that perfect balance and really watch her for mastitis. The vet coming to give her an antibiotic, hopefully that'll also prevent any possibility for mastitis. I don't know. We've got her on grain to support dairy producers, and we've got her on alfalfa. We've got her on apple cider vinegar, lots of fresh water. We've got her on good quality hay. So we're doing everything we can possibly do to support her and make sure she's getting the nutrition that she needs. We never gave her the CMPK or calcium bolus after she calved. She didn't need it. That's typical with a first-time heifer, but I can definitely see that in the future, Minnie may very well need that calcium bolus or CMPK because her udder is so big. And I just don't want to risk, you know, such a beautiful heifer to go through that. Valentine's already had problems with milk fever, so we keep it on hand for her sake anyway. She's another big producer. I suspect that between Valentine and Minnie, we're going to be getting 8 gallons of milk a day, just between the two of them. And then Daisy, her udder is still fairly small. I don't expect a lot from her. We'll see. She's got, Minnie's got gorgeous udder attachment in the back and in the front. Gorgeous attachment. So does Daisy. So, hi. Hi, silly girl. Hi. You're so cute. I love my cows.